dear student, this is a part 5 video of chapter number 6, that is composition of matter of class 8. So let's begin with the chapter. Before beginning with the session, just recap these three terms. Let's see. First is a solution. So what is the solution? A homogeneous mixture is a mix with just one phase or uniform composition. Those type of mixtures are called a solution. Now next is the suspension. Now student, what is a suspension? It is a heterogeneous mixture of a liquid and a solid is called a suspension. Next is colloid. Now when a substance is not completely soluble but it is partially soluble, then it is called a colloid. Now let's begin with the chapter. So in this today's session, we are going to learn about the molecular formula and valency, and next is the cross multiplication method to derive the molecular formula of a compound. First, let's learn about molecular formula and valency. So there is a definite proportion of the constituent elements in a compound. Now students, in a chemical compound there is a constituent proportion of elements, that is only certain amount of one substance can be formed bond with the other substance. For example, if we take a water molecule as an example, so a water molecule is formed by the 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen atom. That means this is a proportion of the constituent of hydrogen molecule and oxygen atom. So only 2 hydrogen atom will bond with 1 oxygen atom to form 1 molecule of a hydrogen. So there is a fixed proportion of oxygen and hydrogen molecule is present to form water molecule. Now fixed proportion means 2 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen, 2 hydrogen molecule and 1 oxygen atom. So this is a fixed proportion to form a water molecule. Next is certain number of the atom of the constituent elements are joined to each other in a molecule of a compound, and a molecular formula indicates the number of atom of each of the constituent elements present in one molecule of a compound. Now students, number of atom present in a molecule to form a molecular formula, that is water, number of atom of hydrogen are 2 and oxygen is 1. So these molecular formula indicates the number of atom of each the constituent elements means hydrogen and water present in one molecule of a compound. So a molecular formula includes the information regarding the symbols of all the constituent elements in their respective number as subscripts. Now student, like we can see in a water molecule. So in water molecule, hydrogen always hydrogen symbol of a hydrogen and oxygen there. So symbol for hydrogen is H and symbol for oxygen is O. So we use these symbol and we use subscripts. Now what is the subscript, student? Now you can see in the water molecule the 2 written below the H. Okay, so this is a number of hydrogen atom which presents in a molecule of a compound of a water. Okay, so these 2 indicates a subscript. That means subscript means how many number of atoms are present to form that particular molecule or a compound. So basically molecular formula includes or indicates the information regarding the symbols of the constituent elements and their respective number as a subscripts. Can you tell? So student, molecular formulae of some compounds are given in the following table. Now students, here we have one table in which the compounds are given, molecular formula is also given, and we have to see the constituent elements and number of atoms of constituent elements. So number of atoms of constituents element is nothing but a subscripts. Now let's going to solve the first. Let's going to see the first. Now first compound is a water. So molecular formula of a water is H2O. So we can say a water is formed by combining two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So the constituent elements, okay, constituent elements will be H and O. In water molecule, constituent element will be H for hydrogen and O denotes for oxygen. Now, okay, so in water molecule, 2 is present below the hydrogen. Okay, 2 is, you can see the 2 which is present near the below the hydrogen atom. Okay, so these 2 is the number of subscripts or number of atoms of constituent elements. So 2 is present near below the hydrogen atom. Okay, so these 2 subscript or number of atom in the water molecule of hydrogen is 2, and below the 2 no number is there. That means here one number of oxygen atom is present to form water molecule. So number of atom of constituent element for oxygen is 1. Next is the hydrogen chloride. This is an acid. The molecular formula of hydrogen chloride is HCl. So the constituent elements will be, for HCl is H for hydrogen and Cl for chlorine. And number of atom constituent elements for hydrogen, no number are written below hydrogen and chlorine. So it will be 1, hydrogen 1 and chlorine also 1. Okay, now methane. For methane, molecular formula is CH4. So what will be the constituent elements? It will be C, which C for carbon and H for hydrogen atom. So number of carbon atom present in the methane is 1 and the hydrogen atoms are 4. So the subscript for hydrogen molecule is 4. Now next is the magnesium chloride. Now formula for magnesium chloride is for MgCl2. Okay, so constituent elements in magnesium chloride will be Mg, that is magnesium, Cl, which denotes chlorine. Okay, now let's see the number of atoms of constituent elements. So for magnesium it is 1 because below the magnesium no number is there, so it is 1. And for chlorine you can see the 2 number is written below the chlorine atom. Okay, so it is for the number of atoms of constituent elements is 2. It is for chlorine. So hope you have understood this table, students. The valency of hydrogen is 1. It means that hydrogen can form only one bond with the another element, right? So this valency remains constant, and if hydrogen combined with the chlorine like in HCl, so it will able to form one bond. Okay, one bond with chlorine. That means in between the hydrogen and chlorine there will be only one bond, and this is called as a valency. Okay, now students, here one table is given to us, and in that table we have given a molecular formula of a different compounds and the constituent elements. So in this table we know the valency of a hydrogen. Okay, valency of a hydrogen is given to us, that is 1. Okay, student, always the valency of a hydrogen will be 1, right? So it is constant for all the compound. And another element are given to us, which is the X element. X, so H denotes for hydrogen and now X denote for the another element. Now students, valency of H will be constant, that is 1, and number of bonds formed by X with the another atom. Valency is X. So first we will going to see the HCl. So the molecular formula for HCl means H atom. H forms one bond with the chlorine. So the constituent elements in HCl will be H, and X other element will be Cl. And valency of H, it is constant, it is 1. Okay, and number of bonds formed by X with H, it is 1. In valency of the valency of a chlorine element will be 1. Now next example is of water molecule, and in the molecular formula for water molecule is H2O. So constituent element will be H and the other element, that is X, will be O. So valency of hydrogen is remains constant, that is it is 1, and number of bonds formed by X with H will be 2. Why 2? Because here 2 atoms of hydrogen are there, so it will be 2 bonds formed between the hydrogen and oxygen. Valency of the X as 2 number of bonds, so valency will be 2 because these forming 2 bonds with oxygen and hydrogen. Now next example is of hydrogen sulfide. So here S denote for the sulfur element. So in these constituent element are H and S, that is sulfur. So valency of hydrogen is 1, okay, and number of bonds formed by sulfur with hydrogen will be 2. Why 2? Because here hydrogen, 2 atoms are of hydrogens are there, so it will form 2 bond with the sulfur, so valency will be the same, 2. Now next is ammonia. So the molecular formula is NH3. Constituent elements will be N and H. Valency of hydrogen will be 1 and number of bonds formed by the nitrogen with hydrogen will be 3. Now students, sorry for the mistake, here I have written in constituent element instead of H I have written N, and for with instead of X I have written H. So sorry for the mistake. And number of bonds formed by X with H will be 3. Why 3? Because there H 3 molecules of hydrogen are there. So if 3 atoms of hydrogen are there, so it will form a 3 bonds with the nitrogen atom. Okay, so the valency will be X. HBr, constituent elements will be H and Br. Bromine, HBr is a molecular formula of hydrogen bromide, and valency of H will be 1, right, and number of bonds formed will be 1, and valency of the bromine will be 1. For example, next is the hydrogen iodide. Okay, so I denotes for the iodine. So constituent element will be H and X will be 1. I, valency of hydrogen is 1 as it is constant. Number of bonds formed by X with H will be 1 because here only one atom of a hydrogen and one atom of a iodine is there. So hydrogen will form one bond with the iodine. So valency will be 1. Okay, now students, sodium hydride and CH4 methane, the same concept is there to solve this. Okay. Now valencies of the constituent elements can be deduced from the known molecular formula of a compound. Now students, so here also easily just by knowing the molecular formula of a compound we are able to find the valency of each of the elements present in it. On the other hand, the basis for this is the univalency of a hydrogen atom. That means univalency of hydrogen atom is hydrogen valency of hydrogen is 1. So on the basis of the valency we can find out the molecular formula of a compound. So on the other hand, the molecular formula of a compound can be written from the known valencies of the constituent elements by the method of cross multiplication. It means, student, what is the cross multiplication method? If the valencies are given to us, then we can deduce the molecular formula of a compound from a known valency of these constituent elements. So let's see what is the cross multiplication method to find out the molecular formula of a compound by knowing the valencies of constituent elements. Now let's see the method. Now in these you have certain steps are given to us. So let's see the step number 1. First is to write symbols of constituent elements. So here the constituent elements are carbon and oxygen. Step 2, to write the valency below the respective element. So valency for carbon is 4 and for the oxygen it is 2. So we have to write the valency below the constituent elements. Step number 3, to cross multiply to obtain the number of atoms of the constituent elements in the molecule of a compound. That means, students, here you can see the arrow. Okay, two arrows with cross multiply. Okay, so C arrows with 2 and O and oxygen, the arrow joining oxygen and 4. It is so that means we have to do the cross multiplication between the constituent elements and the valencies. Step is to write the formula of the compound obtained by the cross multiplication. So after the cross multiplication of the constituent elements and valencies, the formula which is obtained is C2O4. Now step number 5 is to write the final molecular formula of the compound. The number of constituent atoms in the final molecular formula should be the smallest possible whole numbers. For getting this, divide the formula obtained in step number 4 by a suitable number. So student, here we have to divide or reduce the formula to the smallest possible whole number, and from the formula itself we see it is C2O4. So final molecular formula after dividing by 2 is carbon dioxide, that is CO2. Cross multiplication method of to deduce the molecular formula of compounds from the by knowing the valencies of constituent element. Now here student, one table is given to us in which constituent element is given and valency is given. Okay, and we have to see the molecular formula of the corresponding compound. Now first is C, constituent element is carbon and hydrogen is given, and the valency for carbon is 4 and hydrogen it is 1. Now we will do the cross multiplication by indicating the arrows. So C with 1 and hydrogen with 4. So the formula obtained will be CH4. Now next for next example, the constituent element is N and H, nitrogen and hydrogen. So for nitrogen valency is 3, hydrogen the valency is 1. So let's do cross multiplication. So after cross multiplication, the formula we are obtaining is NH3, that is ammonia, and the first was methane. Now next is a constituent element Fe and S. F denotes for the ferrous and S denotes for the sulfur. So the valencies for ferrous is 2 and valencies for sulfur is 2. Okay, let's do cross multiplication. So okay, so after the cross multiplication we have Fe2S2, and by dividing these formula by 2 to obtain the smallest possible whole number, we get formula as FeS, that is ferrous sulfide. Now next example we have the constituent elements, that is carbon and oxygen. So valency of the carbon and oxygen will be 4 and 2. Just now we have seen this example in the cross multiplication method also. Okay, so valencies for 4 is carbon is 4, oxygen is 2, C2, the molecular formula will be C2O4. So after dividing it by 2 we will get carbon dioxide, that is CO2. So students, I hope you all have understood this lesson, and next topic or next chapter we will going to start in our next session.